Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium.
Xavier Gipson now from his end zone.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Detroit Lions.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Opening play, and Goff wants to pass it.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick six, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. Now their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. What if we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
On second down, here's Goff.
And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Goff now looks to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall.
And a solid run down inside the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 29, here's the 2nd down and 4.
Here's Rodgers. Caught by Wilson. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Was that the incorrect read or just more an error on the throw by the quarterback?
I lean more towards the latter because it seemed like he was open there, just missed him on the throw.
And a tough one to miss because now you're dealing with a 4th down. Zuerlein's kick is up and through.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Forced out to his left.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Rodgers now on 1st down.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
And he lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
2nd and 10.
Goff now looking to throw.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Now inside the 25. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
70 yards.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now inside the 25. Allen Lazard. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard, 81 yards. And the Jets have got it back to within a score.
And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is. I mean, he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Zuerlein good with a PAT.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Zuerlein out now to kick this one away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards. On 1st and 10, Goff. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Now Goff. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his...
Yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Picked off by DJ Reed.
And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Now Rodgers. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now Goff on 1st down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Finding room at midfield. Room to maneuver at the 35.
And he gets this one down to the 24. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Goff on 1st down.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Jets are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left out. Cobb goes laying out for that one, and he has it. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw, it's Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Rodgers going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll look to run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Nine seconds to play. Likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That is caught by Laporta. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot before break here. Goff. That's complete to Laporta. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes left side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Jets. Zuerlein now for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
And check down, complete to Hall.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Caught by Cobb.
And he is going to have a Jets first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Here's Hall again.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
They'll run with Hall.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Three quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. They'll try to run with Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Off play action. Here's Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And quickly they get to the line. On 1st down, it's Goff. And now here is another interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Don't quit, man. That's some bullshit. You came in thinking.